Okay guys, a really quick update with Bitcoin. I'm just going to give you key levels to pay attention to. I made a prediction in the last video that so far has been playing out to a T. That was this video here. This was a pretty long video. It was 49 minutes, almost 50 minutes. But as every video, guys, I always tell you that, either the beginning or the end, I'll give you key levels for Bitcoin. So if you did watch the whole thing, or you went, about 44 minutes, 50 seconds in, I showed you what I expected to play out. I did give you two scenarios, but I said one scenario, well, we knew that we needed to long 99,500 up to the top of this channel. That'd be the point you short. Now, one scenario we could have dropped further, but I said it is possible, and this I posted Discord, I'll show you this as well, that you would long 105,600 because that was a very key support fib line. And if we get above this key resistance level on this, you call it a bull flag or descending channel, we would get rejected 110. We're going to see if that plays out. We would come back down, hold support, and then possibly push up to the new all-time high. So that's what we're going to cover right now. I'll link up this video now if you want to check it out. So you can see this did play out, guys. So we longed 99,500. You can see we got a perfect rejection right at the top of this fib line, or I'm sorry, this trend line. We came down and held perfect support, right? And we got a little wick below, but ran around 105,500 around that area was a point to go long. Now you can see we're coming back up to test this. Now we could get rejected here at 108,771. But if we do push above that, we know we're going to get a rejection around 110K because we have other charts in Confluence. But that would be bullish because we'd be breaking above, get a rejection, come back down, hold support. And then if we get above that point, then we're going to come up and test our new all-time high. So that's what we're going to cover in this video. And also, I'll show you the same post in Discord, as well as a picture of myself, guys. I'm at the beach right now recording this. I'm using an old microphone. I hope the audio is okay. But that's why I made this post here. We were approaching 108,400, the top of this trend line, and this pattern ran 108,971, and we're getting close to this fib line mentioned in the previous video. So do watch that previous video, guys. So I'll show you some more of how this played out and give you key levels, but it does look like if this continues the way it's going, we'll put a new all-time high, and I'll cover that curve. Some people left some comments about that. I want to show you how accurate that chart has played out, actually. Guys, if you can get into leverage trading, CoinCatches, no KYC, no VPN. They have some bonus specials going on. It just started over a couple days ago. I'll put a link up to this events page now if you want to check it out. If you deposit $1,000 USDT, you get back $5,000 USDT. That's $6,000 margin you can trade with. It's 30 slots every 7 days. They also have a lower tiers, $500. You receive $1,250. That's $1,750 worth of margin you can trade with just by depositing $500. 300 slots every 7 days. You take advantage of that. Again, all these links are pinned in the first comment description. If you do use the 500 or the $1,000 bonus option and you get your bonus, you can get free access to my charts in Discord. This is my referral link. I'll put a link up to it now. If you want to learn how to trade on CoinCatch, this is a tutorial video I put up showing you all the tools I use, how to create your account from scratch, move your funds into your futures account, difference between limit order, trigger order, market price. I go into detail about a lot of stuff. If you do want to learn how to trade on CoinCatch, I'll put a link in this video now if you want to check it out. And as always, guys, if you want to get access to these live charts, the $49 a month option gives you access to Bitcoin charts, altcoin charts, precious metals, and Discord. I do have tutorials as well teaching my charting method if you're interested. If you do sign up, make sure you email me through the contact page so I can send you a Discord invite link. You can't pay with USDT, but you need to email me through the contact page. So let's go ahead and get through this, guys. So in Discord, I made this post. Again, so it just shows you where to short. You can see we got rejected. We started coming down. Next point too long was right around 105,500. You see I made a post about this. 3 areas of Confluence for support for possible scalp long, 105,600. We had support on the Central Bollinger Band on the daily, support on H1, and we were coming up on support on this line that I was talking about in the previous video. By the way, guys, this is me at the beach. Just taking a little vacation, but I figured I'd put a video up because price is getting close to that point. And you can see I was talking about we got a little bit down, but we did get a bounce. So we got a bounce from this point. So I want to cover the scenario. I think it is possible we could put a new all-time high because I did mention in that previous video about a blow off top. So that's what I want to pay attention to. So here's what I'm looking at. And I'm going to show you the areas of Confluence so you understand why I'm saying, look, we're right at this resistance level. You could chance a scalp short here. If we get above that, we know, based on these charts, that your next point, if we get above it, your next point to short is going to be around 110,000. And a lot of charts are showing a lot of confluence around that area. A lot of times when you break out of a pattern, you don't just go straight up. A lot of times you push up to your next major resistance, you'll get rejected, come down and hold support at your, let me get rid of this arrow, you'll come down and hold support on top of that pattern you broke up from. Depending on how far out this goes, depends on how low price could be, but you're looking at possibly, so this would be the point you would short. I mean, if we blast above it, guys, just hold your long, whatever. But it looks like 110,000 would be a very strong resistance level. We come down, hold support around 108,152. That would be bullish, and then we push up, test our new all-time high, which, again, that's, I'll give you that target in just a sec. I just want to show you confluence between charts. This is the D1 chart, this is a daily, and this is the hourly chart. So one reason I'm saying to pay attention to 110 is because even on the hourly chart, you can see 110,000 is showing that's our next key resistance. You can see this has been a lot of support and resistance going way back. We got a lot of rejections right here around 180,188. We pushed up, didn't quite make it to it, but you can see 110,000. That is your next key fib line on the hourly, and that matches completely with this target up here. So 109,900 to 110,000 to get a rejection, to come back down to test the top of this channel. And if we do that, that is bullish up to our new all-time high. And I'll give you that target, but I did want to cover one thing really quick because a lot of people were talking about my this curve in log scale that encompasses a lot of our peaks. And so people were saying, well, you drew it wrong. That's not how you draw it. Maybe, but let me show you how damn accurate this chart was. Keep in mind, I published this on March 8th, 2024. And if we zoom in, and you, again, listen to what I'm saying. This curve was here before price got to it. Again, published on March 8th, 2024. And notice all the peaks, encompasses all the peaks. If I hit play, look what happens. It hit each one and we got a rejection. Again, the curve was already there. We got a rejection almost to the tick, 180,400. Got another rejection, 109,500. And then almost got another perfect rejection, 112,652. So we hit it, we got rejected. If we come up, push up again, that's around 114,422. So just showing you that is a very key resistance level. We could push above it, get a wick above, but 114,000 to 115,000 looks like a very likely point to short just on the curve, the log scale curve. And also in that previous video, if you watched it, you know, I gave you the lowest point I think Bitcoin could go if there's a recession based on, you know, some recession indicators that are flashing, as well as this Dow chart. And while in that last video I showed you, you know, I used ChatGPT to analyze the chart and I showed you what I was predicting, I didn't show you the published chart. So I published this on March 8th, 2023. This is where price was at the time. Notice I had these arrows. This is where it pushed up back in, this was 2002. This is where it dropped back in 2007, financial crisis, or global financial crisis, and then when we bottomed and pushed up. So my prediction was with this Dow chart that around when we got to this area, we would push up. And look how it played out. Price pushed up. We're almost at that ring where I'm saying possibly we'll consolidate, and once we cross it, we'll start dropping. So far that has played out. Now, you didn't see that in the last video. You just saw my prediction. But this up arrow played out perfectly when we pushed up. So we're getting close to that consolidation point where I believe it's possible. And I'm not saying we have to have a recession. I'm not saying we have to crash. But in the last video, I wanted to make sure if we did have a major crash, I wanted you to know the lowest price Bitcoin could go if that did happen. It's good to have those targets just in case. So if you watch that last video, you can go back and see what that target I gave. So just do pay attention. That is a key level. And again, this target is pretty much on par, 114,500, 115,000. If this plays out and we get above, so I think it's possible. If you could short now, that's up to you, 108,718. If we get above that, watch for rejection around 110,000. Then we'll come down, we'll hold support somewhere on this unless it's a fake out, we'll hold support on this pattern because we'll be breaking up, that will be bullish. Then once you get above 110,000 and that becomes support, then guys, your next upside target, look at the confluence, around 115,700, possibly 116,000. The longer it takes to hit it, the higher it will go, but I think that could be a potential blow off top, or at least a temporary top. I will be shorting that point because we have not yet to get above that point. If I zoom out, you can see what I'm talking about. As you can see, every time we hit that red line, we get a rejection. This happened. Let me get rid of this MACD and RSI. You can see back in 2017, rejection. You can see back here in 2021, rejection. 2021, rejection. You see the same thing, guys, right here. 2024, rejection. 2025, rejection. So it only makes sense if we push up, we get above this pattern, that'd be the point to short, depending on when you make contact. So I will be paying attention to that point. Again, you had your point too long from 99,500 if you've been following me. You knew to short when you made contact. You knew to long this point. Now we're waiting to see if we break above this. If we do, you would short 110 or keep your long open. It's up to you, but we know if as long as you hold above 108K, we're likely coming up to put a new all-time high around 115,800. But just to show you the confluence between targets, this is the hourly chart again, like I said, 110,000. So that is in confluence with this target up here. That's why I would short it. If it was just one chart alone, I would not. But because we have this blue fib line price is respecting, and on the hourly, we have 110,000. It's more than likely price will push up. We will get rejected, come back down, hold support at this area wherever we make contact, and then price will continue up to put that new all-time high. Otherwise, if we get rejected, then we could come back down and test the bottom of this channel, which would be, in my opinion, pretty bearish, because once we get below 99,500, we're breaking back below key levels. And your next most key support level I have on this chart is around 96,000. We get below that, as I said, we got a gap way down there around 91,000, 92,000. That would fill that gap, and that would be breaking down from this pattern. But if we do continue up, guys, and so far that prediction from the last video, again, long from 99,500, short this, short the top of this trend line, long 105,600, short 110, come down, hold support, we come up, test new all-time high. So it looks like that could play out. That's what I'm watching. That's what I'm paying attention to. That's why I make sure you have your key levels in case that plays out. One other chart I wanted to show you. By the way, if we do push above 110, keep in mind, this is on the hourly, so this goes out further. But 112,500, 114,000, 115,000, there's a lot of resistance there. So guys, I'm just saying, if we made it to 115,000, 116,000, I will short the hell out of it, because we know if we hold support above that, we are going off to the moon. But these are your key levels again, and you can see we did hold support right here at 105,625. If you do reject it and come down, these are all your levels to play, guys. 102,855. And then your next major key support, possibly gets bounce, 99,640. But I am curious to see if we break above this point, get rejected at 110, come down, hold at 108. If that happens, I think we're more than likely headed up to test at least 114,000, 115,000. And that'd be an ideal point to short, because we have not yet to get above that point. So we'll see how this plays out. But again, this curve has been dead on accurate. Like I said, we have every time we hit it, we got rejected, and that was price was, you know, this curve was here before price got to it. And so far, it's been pretty accurate. So as people saying that curve is incorrect, well, so far it's been spot on. So we'll see how that plays out. If you want to watch that last video, I did go into detail why I'm expecting us to potentially have some downside with the stock market, a global recession. Again, a lot of indicators flashing that this could happen. It does not have to happen. That is why I gave you guys that lowest point I thought Bitcoin could possibly go. If we just started crashing and crashing and crashing, I like to have those targets. Doesn't mean it has to happen, but if it did, I want to know where the hell to buy in or where to long. That's the point of that last video. So I do suggest you watch it. But let's just see what happens, guys. We know if we get above 108,800, we'll get a possible rejection of 110. We hold above 108. We're off to at least 115,000. Then I'm going to short the shit out of that, and we'll see what happens from there. But if we get above this point and we hold above 115,800, guys, we're off to the moon. I think that pretty much covers everything. Again, if you do want to get into leverage trading, guys, again, CoinCatch having some amazing specials and bonuses just to get you to sign up. They want your business to give away free money, so take advantage of it. It just started over a couple days ago. Again, all these links will be pinned in the first comment description, as well as the tutorial video to learn how to trade on CoinCatch. And guys, obviously, if you want to get access to these live charts in Discord. Guys, that's it. Trade safe, trade smart. I'm out.